What is up, aka Padders? Here it is! Indiana Jones, The Tomb of the Gods. This should have been the movie. Let's go. Alright, aka Padders, so you guys ready to rock and roll? Peter A. DeLuca here, aka Pad69, and say it with me. Known through Philadelphia, PA, Europe, and now the multiverse as the Eclectic One. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm just excited. I'm pumped because I really do like bringing all of you what I've been doing, what I've been reading. I'd like to bring my creativity, my insight, and things that just catch me off guard. And this was it. I bought this a week ago. Maybe not a full week ago, but 4 issues from a dollar box. I paid less than $1 for them. And it's so rare to get an entire mini-series when you're dollar bin diving. It really is. So you'll get like 1, 2, 4. It drives you crazy sometimes. And sometimes you say, I'll get them. And then I'll eventually come across that 3rd issue. And then the next, it just drives you nuts. Because then you forget the ones that you have. People, we have something here that really shook me up. And this shook me up in 2 levels. And we're going to hit that drawing table. Level 1. I flat out love how this story pulls in all of these Indiana tropes, all of these low-hanging fruits, all of these member berries in such a fun way. We have an awesome idea. It's basically Indiana Jones, H.P. Lovecraft, right? Let's go, okay? And they do this in such a way, and I pretty much knew going into issue 3 that we're not really going to get H.P. Lovecraft. And that's almost the hook of any H.P. Lovecraft interpretation. We get the idea of what lies beyond, but yet we don't actually see it. It's just cool. You have to be a Lovecraftian to you have to read the source material, you have to love it, and then you have to appreciate it when people adapt it in ways like this. Now, level 2 that shook my mind with this Dark Horse miniseries is issue 4 by Bart Sears, because we have a art style, we have a direction, we have a vision, we have a panel structure, we have all of these things for issues 1, 2, and 3. And issue 4 shows us what a comic book mind can do with anything. And the adjustments that Bart Sears makes in issue 4, really, it's a school. It really is. There's so many lessons there. I'm hoping when we go through these 4 issues, I can convey that. But let's hit that drawing table. Alright, AK Powers. I didn't even tell you guys. I've been meaning to clean out my phone, and it's literally going to take me about 5 hours to back up my phone. So, guys, we keep trying. UZI SUZI over here. Yeah, these are upcoming UZI SUZI stickers. You guys know this. This is my soon-to-be absolutely free mini comic. That's right. If you want issue 1 and 2. Very soon, we're going to do a lot of info on that, a lot of videos, maybe a couple live streams working on issue 3 and 4. We create here as much as we discuss creation. And here it is. Yeah, so videos chug along a little bit when your phone is maxed out. I did spend 2 hours today cleaning out my laptop. But let's go, guys. Let's just crack this book open. Okay, now look, I know a lot of you are young creators out there. You're wannabes. People, look how well the inside cover is utilized. Turn the page, turn the cover, and you're drawn into the world we're about to explore. This right here is absolute masterful. We have Steve Scott story, Rob Williams. I don't know, Robin Williams, the Aladdin dude write this. Cover by Tony Harris. Now, people not always crazy about Tony Harris. I don't know. To me, it's just photo tracing. He's got good composition, great color selection. But guys, we are digging up. We're digging up something, Indiana Jones, and this is what I was saying. Like, there's so many good tropes here, but we have the beginning. We dig up something, and then we get into this awesome reveal. The reveal is, we think Dr. Jones is, having a look at the thing he fears the most, a snake. But what we see is he's being strong-armed. And, he's strong-armed in a place that has a cobra in the cage. But, whatever. We get it. This is what I mean about tropes. Like, within 3 pages, we get 2 major Indiana tropes. And, we got some big bad guys saying, hey, so such and such sent you a couple letters, a couple things. Where are they? Indiana Jones, he plays dumb. He plays coy. He baits the snake. The snake strikes. He dodges. Gets the guy in the throat. We have a fight, and guess what? Indiana Jones gets thrown through a false wall. I love these tropes, but here's the weird thing. Inside the false wall is just this old dude, and this guy's like, hey, I have this thing. It has weird markings. Do you know anything about it? He's like, no. He's like, come with me. Now, keep in mind, the guy behind the false wall, I'm having trouble saying that. He doesn't hear any of this other commotion here. But, we have a story to tell. We got to move on. And we have a great reveal here. I just spoiled it. But, they run through the hallway. Boom. And I love this type of setting. I love this type of storytelling. This is a great use of a spread page because it brings us to industrialized New York City. We see the Empire State Building here, and we've seen photographs. We've seen so much documented of this era, of this time, of just the skeleton iron going up and the buildings coming up around it. People, this is great. But we have a little back and forth. Indiana Jones here. Here you go, people. Another trope. Whips out the whip, swings, right? Luke Skywalker style. We have a little back and forth. We lose our artifact. The doctor's about to fall. The doctor's about to fall. And we just drop someone from a giant skyscraper. But Indiana Jones is like, look, guys, we need the artifact because we have to get to issue 2. Couple gunshots, and then in the elevator we have a what I would call a awesome reveal. We think he's with a maid. We can tell just by the panel structure he's not. The maid whips out a gun, and she's like, hey, I'm in the business of stealing things, especially artifacts. She clocks him. Police come. She takes the artifact. We go to Marcus. Trope number 5 or 6 already. We cut to the college. He's talking with Marcus. They go back and forth. They map out where they have to go. They're like, okay, we have some clues. We have some ideas. And then Indiana Jones ends up in the cave. And they're in the cave and they see this madness. So this is a little bit of the H.P. Lovecraft part. The H.P. Lovecraft part is the closer you get to this other world, to the creatures that lie beyond, the creatures that cannot be seen, they cannot be described because they are beyond human comprehension. They drive you mad, and that's like the major crux of H.P. Lovecraft. But guess what, guys? Right before the issue ends, spoiler alert, issue's going to end soon. We have some dynamite thrown, and boom. So the one thing I loved about these issues, they end in fantastic cliffhangers, and the cliffhangers pick up in the first page of the next issue. People, again, episodic storytelling. These 4 issues work well as individual issues. This is what I mean. Like, these are the Indiana Jones tropes, and they work so well in comic. I will even go as far to say that Indiana Jones to continue works absolutely better as a comic book than it does as a movie. I'd rather read more great Indiana Jones comics done in this fashion than I would watching new movies. Smoke reveals, smoke fades. We have a new ally. This ally's like, hey, you guys are here. I'm protecting the tomb. They're like, hey, we're trying to protect the tomb too. We're just following this thing. And the guy's like, crap. And they're all friends. And guess what they do? They have to run off because the locals don't like them. I guess, you can say that's another trope. Guys, we've seen this scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark, but guess what? It never gets old and it works well. In this story, in this comic, Indiana Jones and new friends and Marcus, they're being chased. Dude, the Yankees hat's like, holy crap. They take off. They get flying. Dramatic takeoff. Right? Vroom. And then we're in the flight and we get some more exposition. We know exactly now where we have to go again. So, this other trope is we're changing locations through the acts. We're somewhat dealing in the 3-act structure. So, beginning, middle, end, different location. We get a little bit more back and forth. The back and forth here is Indiana Jones debating with Marcus. It's almost like their mission. Like, are we preserving history? Are we to destroy it? Marcus is saying, look, people have tried to destroy this thing for a reason. We shouldn't really unlock it once we get the 3 artifact pieces, because again, it's a trope. They have to complete the artifact circle. And then here we go. We're back on the boat. We got a little back and forth. New villain. Well, the guy from the first few pages, but he's back in a black turtleneck. Has a blade up his arm. You just have to go with it. Throws Indiana Jones and the girl off the boat. Shoots up their lifeboat, and then here we go. Cliffhanger. Sharks. So, what do we get with issue 3? Give me a chance here, people. Gotta take a little swig. We get an absolute Indiana Jones moment. He's whipping sharks. Guys, he's whipping sharks. We get a little back and forth of this flirtiness. Again, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Show me your wound. Show me where it doesn't hurt. Indy ends up shirtless. The girl also beats off a hammerhead shark with a piece of wood that she got from somewhere. She punches him. Again, strong females standing up for themselves. Another great Indiana Jones trope. And then just out of nowhere, we have a giant great white shark bust through the boat. I do like that. There's a little bit of a Spielberg nod. And then we get another shark jumping, right? Because that's what they do. And then you see this coming. It's Marcus. Marcus in Indy had a little back and forth, and Marcus is like, I decided to follow you. I hired all of these guys. These guys are going to be great individuals to get killed in issue 4. We have the chick revealing herself moment. Let's just get to it. And then we just a little bit more exposition. The girl's locked up. So they had a moment. They don't have a moment. I like that. There's straight up real flirtiness, but it's not, like they're not really quite there. And she's, we have this great gotcha where you think the girl's about to get naked. Indiana Jones. So some of the humor doesn't quite carry over. Humor is tough to do because it's when you have actors and actors are creating an atmosphere when they're funny and when you laugh in the movie, it's really hard to narrow that down as a formula for a writer so they can recreate it. The humor in this, it's there. I think if someone had a different sense, they might enjoy it more. For me, it just didn't come across, but the gotcha is she has a map. She has a map, so they don't even need all 3 of these pieces. She has a map, and they're going to the Winter Wonderland in the Iditarod. Ice bridge breaks. Indiana Jones sees the evil guys that had, I think a 3-day head start, but whatever, they're caught up. Indiana Jones jumps with his whip. He pulls a hole, he pulls a hole, he pulls this guy, then he jumps with his whip. I don't know how he pulls them though. I mean the level of strength. But along these action sequences, he's like bumbling. He's trying to keep up. Very Indiana Jones. We have lightning strike, and then we have another great cliffhanger here. Indy falling into darkness, and we get into the Bart Sears. The Bart Sears issue. Now look, I kind of just want to show you guys what happens to wrap up the story, and then show you what Bart Sears has done different. Because what I said earlier, like we're kind of programmed by a certain style. We're programmed with a certain panel structure. Again, like a language of its own. And when you shift an artist, you endanger losing the entire audience. Anytime a comic book story shifts an artist, there's such a risk, and that's why you want long-term people to handle your characters. This is a practice that's long eroded in American comics. But Indy falls into darkness. He catches this weird-looking gargoyle, falls a little bit deeper, and we're immediately drawn into the world of Bart Sears. The paneling here, we're far away, we're medium, we're close up, establishing what's next. We can follow this. He's using silhouettes. We had almost the entire issue, 3 issues with hardly any use of real silhouettes. A real silhouette, like wraps up the panel. It encloses the panel, or it opens it up. But the girl's back. The girl comes out of nowhere. The evil guys, they're talking about, they're like, hey, we got to unlock this door. And we have a great moment here. We have a great use. Issue 1 had the amazing reveal of the New York City skyscape, right? So here, let's complement that. Let's give a nod to what came before. So Indiana Girl, and you know what's coming. Here we go. Cthulhu, H.P. Lovecraft, all set to go. Now, at this point when I was reading it, I was anticipating the next few pages to be very weird, to be dreamlike, to be starry. These are a lot of the H.P. Lovecraft notes I spoke about earlier, but we get something different. We get an actual ending that might have been in a movie, and you can agree with it, you cannot. I agree with it because Indiana Jones should only go so far, like in his discoveries and what he figures out. Everybody down here wants to get into they're going back and forth. They're like, one of us needs to get into the door. We have to do it. We have to unlock the knowledge, and then we can take everything over. And then people are like, well, maybe we shouldn't walk through the door. So that's a lot of these discussions. Indiana Jones's friend, right here, the guy from earlier, the bald-headed dude, he's going to get shot. Another great silhouette. But we see Bart Sears, where we're medium. We establish that they're moving closer to the door. It's so masterful and artful, and we get a little bit of a tease. We get a tease where, again, everyone's mesmerized by these starry lights. Terminator, shout out to Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Great effing show, and so was Dollhouse, actually. But yeah, we get this debate about you go in, you figure things out, you bring back knowledge, you bring back another technology, you bring back something we can use. Indiana Jones's friend flat out is about to get killed. He gets really the reveal here. So this is, I get excited, guys. I'm sorry. Bart Sears just does something absolutely fantastic. See how we're revealing the blade underneath the sleeve for whatever reason. This is the turtleneck from hell. But look at the paneling, right? And then look at the reveal. It's an animatic. It's artful. It is truly from a master, from someone that understands every single form of the comic book craft, every single way to communicate. But then, we don't see Indiana Jones's bald-headed monk friend get killed, but he is dead. And look at the faces of Marcus. Bad guy is grinning. He's completed the circle. And then here we go. So this is a little bit of the H.P. Lovecraft part that is really hard to portray. So let me just get here. So a part of, like, once you're in the presence of the other side, we'll call it, you start to turn. You become a different person. All right. The Color of Night, the Nicolas Cage movie, really kind of went into that very well. But we see the other evil guys, the other thugs, they're starting to change. They're all boned, they're all like white, and they got these little squigglies on them. Okay? But they murdered the rest of the crew that Marcus hired right here. Great silhouette, by the way. I just love silhouette, guys. I really do. And then we see more of this transformation. Indiana Jones takes a vine, takes a whip, does some swinging, does some Indiana Jones moves. And we're at this point now where we got Marcus, we have the girl, we have Indiana Jones, and we have the evil guy with the arm blade back and forth. And the evil guy gets thrown into this pit with the dynamite, and it all just goes up, and it caves in, and we're done. And people, this is, I mean, like, given, it would have been nice if the people were like more tortured and had more of a Raiders of a Lost Ark, or even The Last Crusade, or even Kingdom of the Crystal Skull type death. You know, like, we always, one of Indiana Jones villain trope deaths is, it's like an over the top face melting. Something to reveal the power that they were chasing throughout the entire movie. That's not quite here. We all know what happens to the dial, the artifact that they, like, we see it here. It's great too. Like, I forgot to mention this. Indiana Jones just needs them in the nutsies here. But see, like, I guess, like, in a way, he completes. He completes the key. The key unlocks the door. The door kind of opens into a giant hole. I mean, we could have used an extra couple panels, not even a couple extra pages, a few extra panels, but I have a feeling Bart Sears was on this with a very tight deadline. It doesn't matter. He got the job done. Style-wise, you can immediately tell it's Bart Sears. So we have a couple of these finale tropes that aren't quite there, but the ending, the last couple pages, is perfectly true. Indy kind of ends up with the girl. The adventure continues, and whatever was amazing is back to be hidden. And that's almost like the point of Indiana Jones. He's supposed to get close to some of these things, but he cannot, like, turn the key. He can never turn the key, which is why in, like, Dial of Destiny, like, you never, like, you just don't go back in time. You figure out what the dial does, but you don't go back in time. People, I don't know. I just enjoyed this. I would love someone else to come along and just, like, pump the stock and put these 4 issues on crack cocaine and just do a little bit bigger of a H.P. Lovecraft finale. All right, guys, rock and roll. Oh, we're back. People, I hope you guys like this. We got just so much is still happening, even tonight. People, I appreciate. I had 2 days. I had Monday and Tuesday of just doing the 9 to 5 and focusing on content for all of you. And then today it's 9 to 5, run into a buzzsaw, dinner party tonight, celebrating someone's birthday, and then back here to do this. It's madness. But look, we got some streams coming. The streams now are behind on the level that it's frustrating with me, because what's happening is I've been pushing out these videos before 12 midnight, for the last couple of days, and that by the time that happens, by the time we strike 12, I need to decompress for a little bit, and it's during that decompression time that I lose the energy to do a live stream. But I do like doing early morning live streams. I like doing late night live streams, and we've been working on this. This is my Transformers sketchbook. It's just so much stuff, guys. But thank you for hanging out. Thank you for just, I don't know, being tough, bearing with me. I think we got some new subscribers. We got some new commenters. Guys, just keep in mind, the best way to pay me anything is to show this video to your cat, to your dog, to your friend. We're a pet-friendly channel here. Leave a comment, give me a like. Even if it's like critical, even if it's you know, kind of like blah, it's okay. I appreciate all of it. It does help the channel grow. Peter A. DeLuca here, signing out. Love you guys.